Welcome everyone. Now we will discuss about the revolt of 1857. It is also known as First War of Independence because for the first time different sections of Indian society united and fought for the nation. This revolt marked the end of rule by British East India Company. As we know that the Sepoy Mutiny started from Meerut on May 10, 1857 and Delhi was a mute witness with a group of soldiers, with a group of sepoys, they entering into the Red Fort. Emperor Bahadur Shah Jafar proclaimed himself as Sahinsai Hindustan because the group of sepoys appealed to the aged Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah, an emperor without an authority, to take over the leadership of the revolt. Now we will discuss causes of the revolt. So there are different causes: political causes, economic causes, social and religious causes, military causes, and the immediate causes. Political causes. In political causes, we will discuss about the Indian rulers at that period. They were Bahadur Shah Jafar, Tantia Tope, Rani Lakshmi Bai, Nana Saheb. They had personal scores to settle with the British. Lord Dalhousie policy of annexion and doctrine of lapse policy had made the Indian rulers angry and feel insecure. The British revoked the compensation amount that kings were paid earlier in return of a share in the government. The British violated many treaties that they had made with the kings and Nawabs. Awadh was an ally of the East India Company. Later it was annexed on the plea that government was not performing properly. Gradually, Indians lost all their trust towards the policy. At that time, they were only concerned, Indian rulers only concerned for their empire or the annexation policy, Lord Dalhousie annexation policy and doctrine of lapse policy. It is the main causes, political causes of that period. Now we'll discuss economic causes. In economic causes, Zamindari system exploited the peasants. They were forced to grow crops as per the British industry's requirement. Industrial goods, textiles of British started flowing into the Indian market that destroyed the Indian industries. Artisans and peasants became unemployed. And princely states also annexed. British got rent-free land and huge money. Indian common people, they faced unemployment and poverty. Awadh was occupied by British and nearly 60,000 professional soldiers, they lost their livelihood. At that time also, revenue policy was discriminatory and disastrous. Next, we will discuss social and religious causes. Social reforms by British were considered as an interference by the Hindus. Many Indians, they opposed the Western education and conversion of Indian to Christianity. Hindu law of property was changed to enable a Christian convert to receive his share in ancestral property. A fear of railways was created among poor and illiterates that they would lose their caste. They advocated a judicial system based on the principle of equality, but in actual practice it was biased. Next, military causes. Indian sepoys were humiliated by Britishers on many occasions. British soldiers, they were paid very high salary as comparison to the Indian sepoys, and Indian soldiers were never rewarded for their courageous performance. Although they were doing very good work, still then they were not getting the reward. and the Act of 1857 that made it compulsory for new Indian recruits to serve overseas. It hurt the feelings of Hindu soldiers who believed that this would lead to the loss of caste. Last cause is the immediate causes. Immediate cause, it is very important that immediate cause of the revolt was the incident of Grease cartridge of new Enfield rifle. That grease cartridge cover coated with fats of pigs and cows that both Hindu and Muslim soldiers refused to use. On March 29, 1857, Mangal Pandey he refused that cartridge to use and shot down his sergeant. Mangal Pandey he was arrested, faced trial, and lastly was executed. When this news spread everywhere, that fueled to a revolt.